sitting right beside the bed. It's the royal territory of the tavern kingdom ground, the most comfortable shelter that the county's ever found. If you're sitting by the embers with a tankard in the hand, you can feel like you're the emperor of all the emerald land. But to capture up the table when the evening starts to grow, you've got to be the fastest with the heel and with the toe. A couple of fancy strangers tried to jump the wooden line to claim the fireside table under barrel number 9. Old Seamus hit the counter with a heavy copper plate and said, "We decide the seating at the ancient Clover Gate. No money buys the half boys and no status buys the spot. You must dance a Dublin reel to see if you can take the lot." The fiddles started screaming and the strangers took the floor, trying for a match the speed the rascals saw before. 1, 2, 3, the chair is free. Warmest battle in the company. Claim the oak, feel the smoke, feel the smoke. We are turning every battle to a tavern party joke. Raise them up, hold the stride, hold the stride. The independent rascals on the fireside ride. Hey! Save the seat, boys! By 8 o'clock the strangers were spinning in a loop, joining in the chorus of our independent troop. They lost the battle laughing and they bought a round of black and found a spot beside us on the wooden benching track. For there are no real losers when the music starts to play, and every rowdy brother comes to chase the dark away. Unbroken and untamed boys beneath the tavern roof, with the warmth inside the spirit and the leather in the hoof. Hey, ho! Watch the fireside rhythm roll! Spin 'em round the hearth. Claim the oak, feel the smoke, feel the smoke. We are turning every battle to a tavern party joke. Raise them up, hold the stride, hold the stride. The independent rascals on the fireside ride. Warm and grand, greatest band. Take the stand. Inside the cellar wall, beneath the heavy stone, there lies an ancient oak reserved for loyal men alone. It saw the redcoats marching by 100 years ago, when rascals stood inside the dark to strike the rebel blow. The fancy city officers came looking for the trace, to wipe the independent spark from our meeting place. But Seamus kept the secret key and held the iron line, a guarding of the rebel drop behind the number 9. Tonight we pull the timber out and knock the iron pin, to let the wild momentum and the brewing spirit in. The nectar flows like velvet fire into the copper cup, awaking all the ancestors to drink the legend up. We do not bow to foreign lords and do not pay the toll, for no amount of silver buys the independent soul. So raise the dark rebellion high and let the music roar, the happiest collection that the valley ever saw. 1, 2, 3, the drop is free. Raise the mug, hold the stride. the empire's fall, as long as we have got the flame inside the tavern hall. For wealth is in the brotherhood that stands against the rain, singing out the rebel tunes to chase away the pain. Unbroken and untamed, boys were masters of the night, the luckiest collection under the midsummer light. So drink unto the fallen ones who showed the proper track, and turn the tavern spirit into one colossal pack. Hey, hey, ho, whoa, watch the rebel spirit grow. Unleash the thunder, lads. Brotherhood is burning with the pride. Hey, 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 burning with the pride. Hey, hey, rebel flame. Hold the name. Hold the name. Never tame. The pencil man from Dublin town came walking through the door with a heavy iron ruler for to measure up the floor. He had the books of government, the taxes and the law, the coldest piece of arrogance the valley ever saw. He marched into the cellarway to count the whiskey line, and stood his shiny leather boots on barrel number 9. He shouted, "Everything is square, there's nothing hidden here," while 20,000 working men began to laugh and cheer. For underneath his shiny boots, right through the heavy oak, we turned the royal government into a tavern joke. The hatchway opened downwards to the shadows and the night, where all the finest rebel gold was sitting out of sight. While he was checking numbers down and checking up the lease, we passed the creamy tankards up in total happy peace. We drank the taxman's fortune down before his frozen face, the luckiest collection in the central meeting place. Hey, hey, 1, 2, 3, the Stones is free. The demon bear style in the company. Roll the bell, hold the floor, kick the odd stake dog right out The sailor sat inside the bar and grumbled at the light. A lady with an instrument will never win a fight. They wanted heavy shanties and they wanted heavy men, and swore they'd never listen to a local song again. But Kate, she had the copper hair and lightning in her glance. She didn't ask for favor and she didn't ask for chance. She tightened up the leather head and lifted up the wood, and stood upon the counter where the whiskey bottle stood. Hit the silver frets like thunder from the sky, ascending down a melody that made the glasses fly. The speed of her delivery was faster than the deer, and turned the heaviest of scows into a joyful cheer. The captain of the fishing boat, he dropped his wooden pipe and started for to leap around, although he wasn't ripe. The accordion joined in the race, the fiddle caught the spark, as Kate, she chased the winter chill right out into the dark. 1, 2, 3, watch her flee, the sharp was shaking like a leaf, with every single working man forgetting all his grief. The taxman and the governor were knocking at the pane, but nobody was listening inside the crazy train. For she had woven all our hearts into a single line, as intoxicating as the oldest cherry wine. The Queen of Galway Harbour with the fire in her hand, the happiest collection in the whole of Emerald Land. Hey! Hey! Ho! Ho! Watch the red Clover Pro! Kick the ceiling, boys! The bench with whiskey in his hand, the wildest little rascal in the whole of Emerald Land. He spun around his singing and he lost his steady track, and slammed his heavy tankard right into McCarthy's back. The glass went flying to the floor and broke into the spark, an avalanche of silver pieces shining in the dark. Old Seamus didn't shout at him, he didn't even frown. He grabbed another bottle and he slammed the counter down. A broken glass is good luck, boys, so let the music play. We'll wash the heavy winter and the worries right away. Then every single brother took a goblet and a mug, and started for to strike him came down with one gigantic tug. The sound of clinking metal and the sound of breaking stone became the loudest music that the valley's ever known. We didn't need the silver bells to make the churches chime. We had 50 wooden tables hitting at the very same time. 1, 2, 3, glasses flee, the loudest toast in the company. Clink the glass, break the floor. We are wanting 20 barrels more. Lift it high, shout it clear. There is nothing but brothers here. Hey! Aye! So let the world go spinning round and let the empires fall. As long as there's a corner left inside this rowdy hall. For every single scratch we have and every broken seam is just another chapter in the grand ancestral dream. We are the leaves upon the branch, the rascals of the root, with the thunder in the lyrics and the leather in the boot. So smash the final token down and let the liquid pour. The happiest collection that has ever crossed the door. Hey, hey, ho, ho, watch the emerald spirit grow. Unleash the thunder. But brothers here. Smash it down! Hey! Hey! In the town! Hey! Where the There's a dusty blackboard sitting right behind the beer that has kept the funny numbers for 20,000 year. Every time a rowdy brother had his pockets running dry, old Seamus took the charcoal with a twinkle in his eye. He'd write a little token for a bottle or a quart to keep the rolling spirits of the independent sort. No money changed the fingers, just a promise on the slate to outlive every winter and outtrick the local fate. The fancy city accountant came to look at all the cash and said this heavy ledger is a piece of total trash. You've got to call the bailiffs and you've got to clear the line and take the silver tokens under barrel number 9. But Seamus took a towel and he wiped the numbers clean and wrote the word forever in the valleys of the green. He told the fancy mister, take your paper and your shoes, for inside this collection we have nothing for to lose. 1, 1, 2, 3, the slate is free, the safest anchor in the company. ancient words of Aaron's land were written on the oak to turn the fancy government into a tavern joke. Hey! The governor inspector came to read the heavy page, but couldn't find a single word and flew into a rage. He shouted, "What is Wishabitha? What is Slated here?" While 20,000 working men began to laugh and cheer. We spoke in rhymes of history that he could never learn, and watched his heavy arrogance completely overturn. We rolled the barrels down the lane beneath his frozen nose, the sweetest piece of liberty that from the valley rose. 1, 2, 3, words are free, the sharpest tongue in the company. Speak the word, break the chain, we are singing in the winter rain. Raise the cup, hold the stride, we are keeping the defiant alive. They can lock up all the harbors and forbid the ancient sign, but they'll never put a boundary upon the rebel line. As long as all the children know the cadence of the phrase, we'll outtrick every winter and outlive the darker days. So toast the clever Pivavari who kept the ledger clean, with nothing but the loyalty and beauty of the green. The language of the free man is a ringing